Welcome, everyone. Please take this opportunity and introduce yourself in the chat, where you're from. If you have registered, as I said before, the pitch night, please send a direct message to admin and let them know that you are in the room. And I would love to introduce myself first. My name is Olga Bobnova, and I'm your MC tonight. For those who don't know me, I am the founder and CEO of Begain company, brand management and marketing agency, with the main focus on brand marketing strategies, communication plans, engagement programs for the ICT industry, including blockchain and Web3. Before we kick off tonight's pitch night, on behalf of Silicon Beach, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land I am standing on here today. The Bunurungan Bun Wurrung and Wurundjeri Woi Wurrung peoples of the Eastern Kulin Nation, and pay respect to the elders past, present and emerging, and extended respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders people who are joining us here today. I would like to begin with stating that the primary mission of Silicon Beach Group is to empower founders. As such, our vision is to create an environment where founders can feel supported, educated, and empowered to fulfill their startup vision and values. Tonight is all about providing a platform for founders and startup owners to feel supported, comfortable, open, and connected. And just a little bit about our housekeeping. Please note we are recording the pitch night. Please also mute your audio so that there are no extra noises. We also encourage you to use the chat function to communicate among yourselves and provide encouragement and feedback to pitches in that chat. And finally, smile as we are going to take a quick photo. So if you don't want to be on a photo, so just leave your camera off, but would love to ask everyone to turn your camera on, and we're smiling. And David, am I assuming that you're taking a picture? Awesome. And then 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Photo is done, and we will be posting it on our social medias and sharing with our subscribers. All right, so before I introduce the judges and prizes for tonight, I would like to take a quick moment to acknowledge our community sponsors and partners that support Silicon Beach community. So we have Proper Innovations, Hazley Lowers, Legally Yours, C4Works, Begain, THNK Innovation, the Carrot Cake Studio, Algorand Foundation. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce our judges for tonight. First of all, I would like to introduce James Spearway. James, an author, pilot, serial entrepreneur, and impact angel investor. He has lived and worked in 8 countries in the past 30 years. That's impressive. And in that time has started up 10 businesses, invested in 18 startups, and raised over $150 million for more than 50 different companies. James is married and has 1 son, attending University in Munich, Germany. He loves learning new skills and knowledge acquisition, trail running, and spicy food. James, please unmute and share the prize you are awarding tonight.
Hey everyone, welcome and good luck. Yeah, I'd like to give you a bundle tonight. It'll be a pitch deck check and some feedback if you're thinking about raising money. Also doing a financial model check, because I know those can be hard to do. Make sure your cap value, meaning capitalization value, is going to be in the ballpark to attract either angel or VC investment. And also look through your data room, because there's been a lot of people talking about what you should put in your data room. If you do it the wrong way, turn off, do it the right way. Again, you're seen as being professional. So it's a bundle of 4 things.
That's great. Thank you so much, James. But we also have Mona Zia here as well, will be our judge. So Mona has over 17 years of experience in C-level sales and marketing. Founder of dev agency Avant. Mona also sits on an advisory board of a fintech startup and business advisory firm specializing in M&A. She's also passionate about helping SMEs and startups with the design and dev requirements. Please, Mona, unmute yourself and share the prize you're awarding tonight.
Hi everyone, I'm Mona. Good luck for tonight, and I will be giving away a standard website in WordPress, up to 4 landing pages that can really showcase your startup in a way that you can go and pitch it to the investors. Thank you.
That's awesome. I wish I knew you before, Mona, when I was dealing with my website. All right, and last but not least, David Hauser. David is the lead of Silicon Beach and founder of THNK Innovation. With a degree in engineering and mechanical design, David did spend over 10 years in the machine tool industry, where he served in roles as lead engineer and a project manager in design of complex manufacturing machines of the automotive, aerospace, and medical industries. Thinking outside the box to solve problems was always a passion of his. The experience that he gained in the creation and implementation of innovative ideas motivated him to start THNK Innovation, and most recently the THNK U Beta. So, well, we probably will hear a little bit more about that. U Beta startup and business pre-accelerator. David, please share with us what you're awarding tonight.
Hello, everyone, and welcome, and thank you, Olga, for the introduction. Welcome to everyone to our pitch night in September, our virtual pitch night. My prize for one of the winners is 3 sessions are 25 minutes throughout any period of time to help you find your product market fit, get your engineering requirements right, or help you to discover how to improve your human experience of your product and service that you develop with your startup. So you can take the free 25-minute sessions whenever you want. And yeah, looking forward to work with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. That's amazing. That's like, well, we have amazing prizes today, and we will wish you good luck. But before we actually proceed and start with pitches, so I will just give you a little bit overview how we run our pitch night. So each pitcher will have 90 seconds to pitch, and our lovely Jeanette will sound a bell. Jeanette, can you please? Jeanette, that's all right. So Jeanette, oh, awesome, thanks, Jeanette. Well, and this sound will let you know when you have hit the 90-second mark. And to win your pitch up, so you will need to finish it. But that's okay. You will get a chance to add anything else in the feedback time after you pitch. So after each pitch, our judges will have 5 minutes to ask questions and provide feedback to our founders' pitches. And again, Jeanette will be timekeeping. Listen out for the bell. After the registered pitches have concluded, and if we have time, we may open the floor to impromptu pitches. So please notify us of your name and business via direct message in the chat. And all right, so I hope we all set and ready to go. And I would like to introduce our first pitcher is Alex Hoperskiy. Alex, let us know if you're ready.
I'm here, yes, thank you.
Awesome, perfect. Okay, Alex, you ready now? And 90 seconds, let's go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alex. I am founder of Attina. It's insurance for digital assets like social media account and crypto wallets. So nowadays, almost everyone has a social media account to run their business. And of course, there are a lot of professionals in social media, like influencers, business promoters, and of course the crypto hustlers. It's a very big market, and another big trend, there are so many cyber threats. Like every week we heard that someone lose the account or can restore it. So we help people to secure it and give money to people if something happened with the account. So we already make the pilot. It was the 50 customers during the 20 days with the guest acquisition cost $10 and the average check $25. So we plan to make the pre-seed round during the next 2 months and go to US and start the company there. So, and maybe you heard that yesterday, Instagram announced that they launch, you can post your NFT with Connect Your Wallet. So I think we're really in time with our solution and ready to help digital world. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alex. That's not easy to start first and kick off the night. Okay, and now we are looking forward to hearing from judges. Okay, judges, who's gone first? Unmute and your questions and feedbacks.
James, are you going first? Is that what you're saying?
Can do, or you. Scissors, paper, rock. Hey, go for it.
Cool, then I will go first. Alex, thanks for sharing that. So your product is live, is online?
Yeah, online we have a site, but technically we can't, accept money now because it's like we have to establish company. But we already launched it. We make the MVP, and it's ready to scale.
Okay, and you're not insuring yourself. You have a big insurance company behind you to cover you.
Yeah, technically, usually insurance startups, they naming like insurance to not have a license. But yeah, we can do it. We know how to do it. We do it by ourselves. But of course, after couple of months, we will find a partner. It's not a big problem. A lot of companies want to work with us, and lots of banks really too.
Okay, so you have the financial backing to cover all costs.
Yeah, it's not a problem at all.
Okay, so how do at the moment, how do your potential clients find you?
Potential
what? Do you find your clients, your customers? How do they find you, or how you find them?
Yeah, so we are just running the usual Instagram campaign using the usual social media advertising, and we surveys almost 100 content creators in the internet. They all really love it. They understand there is a really big problem for all of them, and they're really scared to lose their account, and so they're ready to give us $8 per month to give, firstly, not get only cover, but of getting the knowledge about the cybersecurity and the store of the background of the account too. So we have also two sellers. They contact with the advertising agency who work with a lot of company, with a lot of influencers, and make the deals with them.
Okay, thank you. Next one.
Hey, Alex, the metrics is a bit sort of fuzzy. So let's say an insurance company has a product. Normally what they do is say, okay, if I sell it to 10,000 people, it's going to cost this much per person. And then I've got a risk of like 10x or 5x or 1x. So they know their risk first. They're like, what's the worst case scenario of being killed by like 100 million or 1 million or $10 million claim? And then they work out how much to charge. What have you modeled? I mean, there's no data out there to model. Like, so how have you modeled that?
Yeah, of course we model. We have two different scenarios. Firstly, we have to be honest with our customers. I think it's our first rule. So when something really huge happened in the digital world, we can extend our payment during not one day, as we promise, but during the next 2-3 months. So it will not make the huge damage of our budget, but we also keep the honest and keep the trust with our customers. And of course, in the different cases, and if something really big happen, usually it's not happen for a long time. It usually happen just for, for 1-2 days. So I think we already checked our business model, and it's quite good.
Okay, I believe you.
I've got a question. So Alex, you said that you have launched the product, the MVP is out already in the market. Which market have you launched in?
This is the most interesting part. I am launching in Russia. In Russia, as a country, no one used the insurance, even for cars, for homes, is the lowest percentage of people. Even there, people understand how important that in a for the digital twin or digital account in social media, and they really love it. But so I understand it. I moved to Dubai right now. I'm in Dubai, planning to raise money here, because the people like to invest in digital world, in this cyber security, and how saying Web 3.0 with NFT in cryptocurrency. We're ready to invest money here, get money here, and go to US, because US is the primary market, and we don't have a competitors.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Alex, and thanks, judges. So please don't forget to check our chat for pitches and contact details. Feel free to connect with them as well. All right, and we are moving to our next pitch, and it's Suvan Ganguly. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, and you prefer to go with a name Robyn. So please unmute yourself, and are you ready?
Hi, Olga. I think we've confused you. It's actually Robyn who's pitching. Hi. And Shubham is one of my business partners.
Right. Okay, that's all right. Well, we have two actually from one company. Hi, and I remember you. We met once.
Yeah, we met last week.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Congratulations, you're here. You made it. Awesome. Okay, Robyn, are you ready?
I am ready. Thanks, Olga.
Perfect. Okay, let's go. 90 seconds. Let's start.
Has the volume of information you see on a daily basis increased above your ability to organise it? Do you keep dozens of tabs open but constantly lose information? Do you waste hours every week trying to find previously viewed information and feel frustrated that bookmarks and histories don't show you exactly what you need? What if you could instantly revisit relevant information without having to do anything new? Hi, I'm Robyn, and I'd like to introduce you to Revisit. Revisit is like Grammarly for research and learning. It effortlessly resurfaces your previously viewed content when you need it. Revisit automatically organises your information for easy access and then uses AI to resurface that content when it's relevant, such as alongside Google search results or overlaid in articles to give more context from around the web. Revisit is for students who have to learn multiple subjects in a short amount of time, an effortless way to quickly ingest and demonstrate learning. And for early stage founders, developers, investors or analysts doing product and market research to identify trends, Revisit helps you make faster, better decisions. My co-founders Dan, Shiv and I, a purpose-driven team of business builders and learners. We're set to launch our MVP in October, and Revisit will be a community-led, human-centric product. So if you're sick of all the open tabs, join our waitlist at revisit.org for our community to have your say. For information about our pre-seed funding round, email me at hello@revisit.org. And thanks so much for your time.
Wow. That was 90.5 seconds. So that's perfect. Thank you so much, Robyn. And we go to our judges. Who goes first? Who is unmuting first? Okay, David. Yay.
Mona goes first this time. But I want to be a customer of yours.
Oh, I love it. Thanks, David.
I already love the product because, yeah, that's definitely one of my pains because I do a lot of research and then so how do you plan to monetize in that? Like, is it going to be a subscription-based product and per user for the organization?
Yeah, so we see it initially as a one of those freemium products. There'll be a free version for everybody to use, and then you'll pay more as you get into the extra features. So there's going to be a whole lot of extra features, like the ability to share with friends and colleagues and teams. We're going to have plugins that will allow you to put extra information from communities that you might want to hear and see. And we're going to open that up to developers as well. So for the more premium versions, it's going to be productivity for the price of a coffee. So $5 a month will be our initial starting price. And we're going to start with targeting students, we're targeting people in the startup ecosystem. And we're doing some customer interviews at the moment to try and work out where exactly to start. But we've had interest from lawyers and copywriters and those sorts of people that are on the internet all day as well. Eventually, we'll build an enterprise level version of this when we've got the privacy and security scaling a lot more, and that might be a bit more expensive.
Thank you.
Awesome. Who's next? David.
Where can I subscribe? You're talking about 12 tabs. I have 40 tabs in 2 different browsers each. So I'm in.
Thanks, David. We'd love you to join our community because we really want to be community-led with the design. So we'd love you to be part of it at revisit.org.
David, I've already shared the link on the chat, so please click and join our waiting list.
Will do. We're in touch anyway. Thank you, Suam. So how does it work? Is it an app that I install? Is it working with all the browsers that I use, mobile, desktop, and combining everything?
Yeah, so look, when you download, it's a browser extension in the first place. And when you download the browser extension, a little revisit toolbar with 3 buttons will appear wherever you are in the browser. The first button will open up, it will be the revisit button. It'll open up any previous content in the context of what you're currently searching for. It'll show you when you last viewed the content and how often you viewed it. The second button is going to be a read later button. It'll instantly store the read later section of into your automatically built knowledge base, and you'll be able to see it in your app and search based on topic and time. And the final button is going to be your ignore button. So for content that you scan but you don't want to add to your knowledge base. So that knowledge base is going to build automatically, instantly all the time. And you'll be able to view that online in the cloud or in your app.
Awesome. And who owns the data? Is it, are you owning the data or am I owning it?
Well, that is a good question. I'm not sure how to phrase that. For a start, we are not intending to use it for advertising purposes. We will not be taking advertising revenue. We want to build trust within our customer base. So we will have access to the data for sure, but we will not be on selling that data.
Will I have access to the data and be able to export it?
That is something that we should pop in the community. So let's pop that down, Shiva. And Dan, when you're listening, I think our technical CTO is here as well.
Awesome. I'm done. I'm handing over to James. Thank you.
I think you've answered a lot of the questions I would have had, so let's move on. That's great. Thank you.
Thanks very much, guys, for the opportunity.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Robyn and Suvam, and good luck. Okay, so and our next speaker is Sai Setra. Hi, Sai. I can see you. Sorry, am I pronouncing your name right?
Yes, you are, and we've got
Awesome.
actually 3 of me logged in at the same time. So I'll hand it over to Deepak, joining us from Canada. So, yep, he's our co-founder of the company.
Okay, and Deepak, are you here?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, I'm here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Oh,
Thank you for this
let's-
opportunity.
That's okay. Let's go.
Hi, all. So we all know e-commerce is growing, and the unfortunate part is 80% of the e-commerce industry, or the 80% of these sellers, they fail in the very first year. And another thing is, there are so many people who wants to start or wants to get into the e-commerce business, like selling on Amazon, but there are so many variables. They end up either don't participating or those who participate into it, they fail 80% of them fail. So B2B groupbuying.com is the first ever platform which consolidates everything, the production, the cross-border logistics, and the entire sales management under one platform. So this is the product that we are offering. It's a consolidation. Currently people are facing problem. They are going to like places like Alibaba for product research. We have already a line of manufacturing units which are setting up for us, and we are serving people, and so yeah, basically it's a one-stop solution it's an e-commerce ecosystem for product sourcing, for logistics, and the entire sales management. That's it.
Perfect. You finished even earlier than 90 seconds.
Yeah,
Awesome.
because there's so much to talk about.
Okay, and thank you so much. Perfect. Okay, and just handing over to judges who want to go first. James, would you like to start? No, Mona, yes, I can see you unmuted first. Sorry, you're just in the different corners of my screen.
That's okay.
Oh, let's go.
No problem. I just want to ask you, what's your point of difference compared to, you know, Amazon and others? Why
we are helping seller to sell on Amazon.
Sorry, my bad. Okay, so you're helping them sell just on Amazon?
Yeah, so
Alibaba?
No, B2B groupbuying.com platform is a place where a private label seller can come to us for their product sourcing purpose, for the cross-border logistics, and the entire account management. So everything is happening under one platform.
Sure. Okay. So, so me as a business, or if I want to sell something on Amazon and I pay their fees or however they charge, and then we go for a subscription with your entity, B2B.
So you come to us, okay? We help you with the product research. We connect you, or we do the entire product sourcing part for you directly with the manufacturers, and then we bring you live on Amazon. So we do the entire cross-border shipping for you. We manage the entire logistics, okay? And after that is done, we do the product listing. We manage your campaigns, everything. So you are basically just investing into an e-commerce business, and we manage the entire show.
Okay. Thank you.
So where did the impetus come for this? Like, did you have a burning problem yourself as people? Who was kind of like stampeding through the front door and saying, you know, Amazon sucks, this whole thing's crazy, we need something to solve, can you solve it? Like, where did it start? I don't quite get that.
Oh, there are a lot of people who want to get into e-commerce business. They want to start their own Amazon private label brands, but just think of yourself. You want to start selling on Amazon. The first thing that you have to do, you have to go to Jungle Scout or Helium 10, or there are other online tools. You will research what product to sell, right? And people spend a lot of time in just researching like what product to sell. The most important thing is to be successful on Amazon is your product. You can sell any product. Your product has to be differentiated. Your product should be able to make any differentiation. That's what we do with our existing line of product. Then you have to synchronize your supply chain or your system with Amazon's algorithm, which is basically about replenishing on time. So for that, we have cracked the system, and we do shipment consolidation, and we do the entire thing at around 30% lower cost from the market price. So we reduce the operation cost by overall, if you talk about, by 50 to 60%, and making a seller successful on Amazon.
Okay, I would lead with those things in future, right? I'd bring those 2 points of difference, the problems and the solutions, and why you're better, right up to the very sort of second thing you say, because then people go, okay, this is like huge, and then everything else follows on. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome. Thanks, James. David.
Hello. So are you folks sellers on Amazon yourself? You run your own Amazon marketplaces?
We have our account also, and we manage his other account also. We are also Amazon certified solution provider network.
Okay. Why are you offering that service? If anything sells on Amazon, why are you not just opening all those shops yourself and doing it that way?
Yes, that's a very valid question. It requires a lot of investment, okay? Because selling on Amazon is same as managing a retail store, okay? And you need a lot of inventory to synchronize or to manage this entire logistic systems. Amazon is more of a supply chain game rather than just creating the store and having good pictures and good listing and PPC. It's way more than that. It's more important into the product creation, the shipment consolidation, the supply chain part of it. And that requires a lot of product, a lot of SKU. We don't have that kind of investment. We don't have that kind of investment to create the entire range of product by ourselves.
Okay. What's the competitive space that you're in? How many other consultancies, service providers like you are out there doing this?
Technically, there is no one. So basically, we are a consolidation platform. If you can say that we are a combination of Alibaba plus a logistic company like the freight logistics company. So we are doing the product sourcing and the shipment consolidation, which no one is offering at this point.
Cool. One last questions. Only physical, or two last questions. Only physical products or also digital items that you selling?
No, it's physical products.
Okay. And do you have special offers for sustainable sourced and fair traded products?
Absolutely, we do that. As a matter of fact, we are very much focusing about keeping the things green, okay, like reducing the usage of plastics and all those stuff. So I guess I get you. This is what you're asking about, right?
Not entirely, but getting there. But I'm aware that we might running out of time for this, and we can have a conversation. I know Sai for a while now. We can have a conversation offline.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Deepak and Sai, and good luck. And I just want to a quick reminder for everyone: check out our chat for Peach's contact details and feel free to connect with them. And we are moving to Jackson Miller. Jackson, are you here? Can you hear us?
I am. I'm good to go.
Hello, Jackson. Oh, awesome.
Awesome. Hi all. 12 months ago, I had the most challenging experience of my life when at a time I was working 3 jobs, volunteering across 10 committees, living away from home for the first time, trying to maintain a perfect GPA on the way to med school and look after my mum who was struggling with her mental health. My best mate came to me and told me that he wanted to kill himself. I'm not a psychologist or a social worker, and in that situation, I had absolutely no idea what to say. I was also stretched pretty thin, and it meant that I was terrified he would call and I wouldn't be able to answer the call, and then I would never get the chance again. So I did the one thing I thought I could do, and that was to record my voice, send it to him and tell him that if he ever reached out and he couldn't access me, to listen to that recording, to be reminded of my voice, because he was seeing a psychologist, but it wasn't enough. And he tried calling the support services as well, but they didn't have a personal relationship. So since then, I've built vybu and completely pivoted what was my career direction into creating what vybu is as a mental health tech platform that enables the support providers to follow evidence-informed scripts and prompts written by psychologists, and also the support seekers to be able to listen to those audio recordings that have been made by their friends and family in the moments when they most need it. We just launched to a beta early access program of 180 and have over 15,000 customers ready to go.
Perfect. Just right in time. Okay, so and over to judges. David.
I'm just jumping in here. Jackson, what is your ask? And for all the other pitchers, please don't forget your ask.
Thank you. I really appreciate you asking me, David. I was keeping an eye on the clock and didn't get to throw it in there. I'm raising a pre-seed at the moment in the next couple of months, 500K, 6 mil safe note with a 20% cap there with a 20% discount, pretty standard terms. But other than that, I want people to use the platform. We're direct to consumer for free access at the moment. And I mentioned those 15,000 lined up. That came 2 days after launch when Ground Probe and Orica saw what we were doing, and they said, we want to put our users on it. And so for enterprise, we're offering, as we still establish our pricing strategy, given how early and recent we launched, $1 a user for a year.
$1 a user for a year for an enterprise.
That's right.
Wow, that is fair. Very fair. You're working with registered certified providers?
Absolutely. I'm not a psychologist myself, but our advisory board, as well as hands-on team, consists of clinical psychologists, and we're currently exploring clinical trials that will use our platform as part of it. So all the content that we're uploading into our app is written or reviewed by clinical psychologists.
And is there any sort of risk that, depending on in what situation, what troubles the user is dealing with, that they end up with the wrong advice?
Absolutely. It's the nature of asynchronous communication that there is a risk there. We acknowledge that, and that we're doing the best to provide the right support. Where we're also sort of operating is in the preventative space, in that we want to strengthen relationships through ensuring the support is available when they need it, such that if the audio recording isn't enough, the person struggling still feels more comfortable as a result of hearing that voice to then call the person or contact the person that they may need. And through an API that with an 84% accuracy can detect susceptibility to depression and anxiety integrated, we can then, through a trigger-based intervention, notify the people in those networks that are friends on vybu to reach out and give them the best resources to do so.
That's pretty impressive. When did you start?
The conception came, as I said, 12 months ago when my best mate came to me. Things started getting properly real about 9 months ago, and as said, we launched on Monday.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. I hand over. Next one, please.
Mona.
I just want to say I don't have a question as such, but I think it's a great cause. You said, so you have launched MVP, which is going to be sort of like you're just trying to get the users on board for the first round. So are you going through the clinical psychologist to the users, or what's the sort of your
Yeah, good question. In the last 9 months since the idea started coming along, I tried to build in public as much as possible, and throughout that time acquired a wait list of a couple hundred, and spoke to a few people as well who referred themselves to me, and I put them on the wait list. That's who I offered the early access program to, as well as a few individuals who I thought could use it, and I wanted to tailor the offering to them such that in the future we could look to apply it at scale depending on the efficacy. In the future, we will be partnering with psychologists who are obviously, as we know, unfortunately just so loaded with potential clients that they need to offer something in the interim. And that's where the clinical studies that we're doing from the get-go will particularly enable us to then access these people who are on these extended wait lists, with 1 in 10 individuals around the world struggling with mental ill health.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thanks for your question.
And James.
Yes, struggling a little bit with bandwidth, but look, loved it. I'll be in touch.
I really appreciate that, James. Thank you. I'll say as well that if anyone would like to trial the platform, I'd absolutely love to offer it to you for free we'd love to have you on board and offer the content in supporting others. And then my other ask is tell someone you love them and tell them why through an audio recording, because voice carries such power. And I'm sure that they would appreciate having it accessible as well in the future. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Jackson. Such a powerful initiative. So good luck tonight. And just be mindful about time. So we're going to, our next speaker is kyle.cortesi. Are you here, Kyle?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, sure am.
Awesome, perfect. Are you ready, Kyle?
Yeah, so we're not using a deck, but that's okay. I can just do my
No,
pitch.
we're not using any slides, so just the pitch. Okay, you have your 90 seconds.
So
That's
hello,
fine.
everyone. Oh, cool. Hi, everyone. I'd like to introduce our digital rehabilitation platform, MEMO. So many people we know will suffer from a neurological condition during their lifetime. Unfortunately, many patients lack access to rehabilitation, while clinicians often lack the time and space to deliver intervention programs. Even when rehabilitation is available, there is little support for patients outside the clinic, and clinicians lack the tools to track patient progress. To overcome these limitations, we provide clinicians with telehealth, digital management tools, and data analytics to deliver more effective rehabilitation. For patients, we provide assistive technology, computerized training, and e-learning to support them through recovery. We will begin our journey in the memory rehabilitation space, expanding into international markets before adapting our platform to many other interventions for different conditions. Currently, there is no one providing tools to support both clinicians and patients through the rehabilitation journey. And in just under 12 months, our team has formed local and international partnerships, teaching agreements with several universities, and sales to nearly a dozen major hospitals and clinics in New South Wales. Our team consists of Laurie Miller, a clinical neuropsychologist with over 30 years experience in the field, kyle.cortesi, that's me, with a background in R&D, and Pransham Midha, a front-end development whiz. We're currently seeking investors for our raised venture crowd to help us reach our goal of delivering MEMO to 100 clinics by the end of 2023. So if you'd like to learn more about us, I'll share my details in the chat and the link to our EOI page.
That is great. Thank you so much, Kyle, for sharing your project with us. Okay, who's going first? Judges.
I'll jump in. Hey,
Okay.
Kyle.
Hey,
Mate,
James.
how's that trajectory been since you're on this pitching competition, what, 3 or 4 months ago? I mean, you have like gone through an accelerator, I understand.
Yep.
Have you done any pivoting? Was there a need to pivot, or you've just gone straight ahead on what you were doing? Everything's the same.
It's more about how we thought about expanding. So at first we were just going to stick with our memory intervention program. We've realized that this could basically be a white box platform for tons of different types of interventions, because really what we're building is a model of rehabilitation. And that's what's coming out of that, I think, for us.
And it's still B2B, meaning you team up with the clinicians and let them bring in their contacts, their client base, and that's going to be the way forward? Or you kind of, we're still kind of thinking about B2C, whether you'd sell directly at some point?
So no, we still want to do B2B, although we are looking to connect clinicians with patients at one point. So we would like to have something like a clinician board, for example, where patients can just come on board and we can connect them. So there might be a lot of patients out there that just don't have a clinician available. So we want to help them too.
And Australia only at the moment? The market is only Australian clinicians, or have you gone global? Have you moved into sort of market number 2 already? So we're still in Australia at the moment, but we're just about to hit New Zealand. So get ready, New Zealanders, I guess. Yeah. Good, cool, man. I'll hand over.
Thank you, James.
Mona.
Kyle, of course, did you say you have launched in Australia? Who are you working with in Australia at the moment?
So for research, we're working with Monash University in Latrobe. We have some teaching agreements with Macquarie University as well, and also Melbourne University, so we can get some clinicians using the program during their degree. In terms of partners, working with like ASB, Sharp Neurology, and Epilepsy Australia.
Okay.
And David.
Okay. Kyle, welcome back. Really great journey since since your last visit here.
Thank you.
Australia, New Zealand, it is English only language.
At the moment, yes, but we have plans to translate it. So we were talking to some people in India to translate it into Hindi. We're also thinking about German as well. So, you know, it's not too hard to, well, I shouldn't say not too hard, but not impossible to translate it to capture different markets and reach different people.
Okay. I think that's it. I do not have any more questions. You know what you're doing. You're on a great journey. So best of luck, and I'm looking forward to see you next week.
Cool. Thank you very much, David.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Kyle. And before we go to our last registered pitcher for tonight, I'm open the floor to any other pitchers who wants to impromptu deliver the pitch tonight. Please let our admin know that you're ready, and we will squeeze you in. You won't qualify for prize, unfortunately, but we would love to hear what you're doing. Okay, so and we're going to our last registered speaker. It's Martin Pike. Martin, are you here?
Certainly am, Olga. How are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming, Martin. And we're looking forward to hearing about what you're doing. Okay, are you ready?
Let's roll.
Let's roll.
Hey everyone, my name is Martin Pike. I'm the CEO of Viridian Renewable Technology. Viridian is one of Australia's leading producers of insect protein ingredients. We provide solutions to food manufacturing businesses, transforming clean, human-grade food byproducts into high-quality specialized proteins for the rapidly growing pet food industry. We focus on utilization of resources, not waste management. Our processes increase the value of our raw materials and reduce their environmental impacts. Apologies for the noise in the background. This is a very industrial area. We're currently commissioning Australia's largest insect protein manufacturing plant at our existing factory in Melbourne. The increased supply is going to really shift gears on this alternative protein source, taking it from a niche product to the mainstream. Over the next 3 years, we'll be opening up plants across the east coast of Australia, providing resource solutions and creating valuable protein ingredients for Australia's pet and livestock feed markets. Our technology plays a key role in our country's target of halving food loss, and our products are delivering cost-effective protein solutions to feed manufacturers in an $8 billion sector. Thanks, everyone, and great to meet you all.
Everyone does perfect job, and just right 90 seconds. So that's amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, and over to judges. Okay, who's first? Anyone?
I'll jump in. We're all probably sitting here going, God, what do I ask? What do I ask? Because it seems like it's a, let's say, engineering heavy or R&D heavy type of sector that, you know, if we don't have a background in that, we've got to like hard ask intelligent questions. But how long has it taken you to get to where you are now? Has it been
7 years?
Yeah. Okay. There you go. See, I was thinking 5, 6, 7, and you've invested all that. Is that like you, or how many rounds have you raised already to get to that point?
Oh, we've had 2 main capital raising rounds. We're finishing off a 3rd at the moment, looking to be completed around October, November this year.
Yeah, it's a bit like biotech. You go from 0 to $1 billion, and then everyone goes, "Where did they come from?" Right? It's all that time you spent getting to market. What are you needing then? What do you actually need right there? You needing.
What are we needing? Look, we do have a small amount that we're looking to place in the next couple of months, so about $0.5 to 1 million. But you know, we're really looking to connect with as more feed manufacturing businesses as possible. One of the biggest problem with us is there's a massive problem with this, you know, high quality feed ingredients being thrown out, gone to landfill. It's about really making the connections with these businesses to say, guys, we've got a solution for you that we can actually save you money and do something good with your raw materials.
And is the government giving you support, or is it like, okay, you're on your own?
You know, I'm sure they'll be there to cut the ribbon.
That's right. Photo op, we know how that works.
Exactly.
Okay, thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Who's next? David.
Okay. Martin, help me again. Where to understand, where is your source coming from, the raw material?
Hey, so one of our greatest partners is Baker's Delight. You may have heard of them before. They've got a fairly wide presence, and part of their business model is they've always got fresh bread, which means that unfortunately there's a fair bit of product at the end of the day which gets thrown out. So look, we're working to capture materials from all of their Victorian stores, but really, you know, we've got other food manufacturing businesses as well that are a bit less well known, but they're certainly one of our more high profile ones.
And you get a basket full of old breads, or not that old, but old enough breads that they couldn't sell that day. How long does it take you to process that until you have your end product?
So that'll be gone within a week.
Okay. Cool. I might jump back in. I'm right now thinking, and I can't talk and think at the same time. So Mona, help me out.
Great concept. I'm still trying to get my head around. Like, I've got a passion for, like, you know, food wastage around the world. My husband will vouch for that. I mean, we waste so much food in this country, and I think all over the world. Even like from restaurants, have you ever considered going that route, that there's so much food that gets wasted on a daily and weekly basis from cafes and restaurants?
Yeah, look, we've done projects with businesses like Nando's. The challenge there is because our feed and our protein ingredients are going into animal feed, we've got to be very careful about what gets into that. And so we avoid what's called post-consumer products. So, you know, things that might have, you know, who knows what could be in there, which somehow might get into, you know, the pet or animal feed food chain. So that's why we work with feed manufacturers, where they have very consistent and clean product streams that come out of their manufacturing processes.
Okay, great. Great work. Great stuff.
Thank you.
Let me piggyback on that. So what is it that you can use? With bread, I assume, if it's pastries with stuff in there, it's already becoming critical, I guess.
If it's anything from the human food chain, we can process that.
Anything from the human food chain you can process.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So, vegetables, meats, packaged foods, confectionery, dairy. We've got some very gross stuff as well, which I won't mention here, which is not a lot of fun to process. But yeah, pretty much anything with a protein and carbohydrate content, we can process.
And you do not have to split it. It all comes into the same process.
That's part of the secret sauce.
Okay. I'll leave you with that. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Martin. And I think you got really good questions from our judges. So that's exciting. Good luck.
Thank you.
We have another picture popped up. So Liz Pommer is ready to pitch, and we would love to hear what are you working on. So, okay, Jeanette, are you ready to start a timer? And Liz, unmute yourself, please. How are you? Are you ready to pitch?
I'm ready. David tells me I should give this a go. So I'm ready to go. Yes,
absolutely. Okay, good luck. Let's roll.
Okay, hi. My name's Liz Pommer, and I'm one of the two co-founders of My Swim Cream by Functional Blends. Now, we're not a tech company, but we identify as a startup because we can see there's a gap in the market, a great need, opportunity for intensive scaling, multiple use cases, and fast growth to dominate in a global market. So from our perspective, that's startup. We've been bootstrapped to date, and we're now seeking a pre-revenue investor. So My Swim Cream heralds a new era for protecting skin, improving the health and well-being of people whose livelihoods rely on them working or training in water. swim teachers, athletes in training, therapy providers, their clients, actors, body doubles, stunt people. The range is broad of people who actually work in the water for multiple hours every day of the week. My swim cream is also popular with parents of children and babies who suffer from skin conditions when they're learning to swim and may be hesitant for them to continue their lessons, and for people in water sport and leisure for fitness and leisure generally. 6 million swimmers in Australia alone. So this is also a game changer for the aquatics industry, which struggles to retain great staff. They've suffered through COVID resignations, but they also suffer from high turnover. And this is a great OHS employee wellbeing strategy for them to incorporate. We're starting to really see some great traction from employers. We have an MVP available. We're formally established in May 2021. We have partners ready to scale with us. We just need one more partner. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you so much, Liz. Okay, we over to judges. Who wants to go first? Thinking on questions. Mona.
I'll lead with your last one. Thanks, Liz. That's great product. So you say you're looking for a partner in from an investment point of view, or in what capacity?
Yeah, we actually just went out to get a third co-founder. We want to enhance the leadership team. We actually got such a great response. We've got a short list of 6 people that we want to bring on board in different capacities. We're very excited, and other people are excited about this too. So that gives us confidence. We've validated the idea, but we really want an investment partner now of 250 to 500,000 to support the launch. We don't want to delay. There's a very small competitor base. There's a few people dabbling in the space, but the opportunity is now for us to jump in and really hit the launch hard. Otherwise, we're just a small business dribbling along. You know, we really want to hit that opportunity and take advantage of, it's not quite first market advantage, but it's very quiet in that space at the moment.
Great. Thank you.
James, David.
Hey, Liz. What are the symptoms that those people walking in water are getting?
The initial symptoms are serious skin conditions. So if you're a swim teacher and you're in the pool for 4 to 8 hours, 5 days a week, your skin starts breaking down, not just from the water, but from the chlorine. You start having longer term health issues that draw nutrients from the subdermal layers, and there's a thing called TWL, which is transferring nutrients out of your body from being in the water. So short term, there's immediate skin impacts that degrade the safety. Your skin's the largest organ. It keeps infection out. It's important that you're not degraded. We talk to a lot of swim teachers now who are resigning because they just can't go back in the water again. But we're also hearing that from people who have other occupations, such as stunt people I've spoken to recently. So that's a short-term one, but there are ongoing long-term conditions that they suffer. And then there are people who have sensitive skin. We know a couple of teachers with psoriasis. Normally you can get on with your job, but that's a real challenge for them. And they are finding that the swim cream that we've created, all natural product, I probably didn't mention all natural because you're in the water, important to have a 4-hour barrier that's natural. They're finding that it's sufficient to maintain their skin health without getting further skin conditions. Does that answer your question, David, or were you looking for like a more extensive list of health problems? There are others, but you know, we don't want to get too technical, and we're not a medical product. We're not TGA. We're not required to have that level of regulation at this point. We will go down that path though. We do own our IP for our formula, and we will also explore a skin cream. And as I said, there's multiple use cases for variations of the product. That was a complex answer to your question for me to throw in a whole heap of the other stuff. Thanks.
But you know your product and the problem that you solve. So that's
we're very clear on that, and we've validated it.
Cool. So you mentioned chlorine, you mentioned nature. So it is for salt water, it is for fresh water, it is for pools, it is for open sea. It works for everyone.
It works as a barrier for 4 hours in water. So for those who are in the ocean, for sure, we have multiple secondary and tertiary audiences. The ones I've mentioned are the primary audiences, and there are it does have high potency vitamin C that neutralizes chlorine. So we focused on that market first, but absolutely it works for a protection against water if you're in the ocean or if you're in fresh water, for sure. We'd certainly be exploring those audiences down the track, that customer base.
Okay. And one last question before I hand over to James. What did your target customers use previously? Some of them might have tried stuff themselves.
Yeah. So mostly not. There's like in the era when we didn't protect from sun, most people try to protect, repair damage afterwards, and a lot don't protect it beforehand. Those who have skin conditions are using things like nappy creams and Vaseline and coconut oil, some of which damage the water quality in the pool, many of which are very clunky and uncomfortable to wear and don't always provide the same length of protection. Vaseline does, it doesn't come off, we know that, but it's not ideal to wear, and it's also a petroleum-based product, so we've gone down the path of all natural on purpose.
Awesome.
Oh, I did say there were some competitor products, but very small market and not widely known in Australia and the Asia Pacific region, where we're starting to look for our first launch.
Cool. Thank you very much for that. James, over to you.
Okay, I'll try and get this into like a multi-point question, but first, the first thing that came to mind is, how did you do your research to find out the size of the market? I wouldn't have thought there would have been a lot of data, so did you do primary research? The second thing that comes to mind is, are you going to position this as a premium product or like in-between type product, which leads to then which channel are you going to distribute through? Obviously, if it's going to be distributed through premium type stores or direct to market D2C, direct to consumer, versus say Chemist Warehouse or something like that. But I guess the last thing that comes to mind because of all that is oh god, lost the train of thought. Anyway, those three.
That's okay, because I haven't written those down and I've lost the middle question. So let me start from the end. B2B. So sure, we can do Chemist Warehouse one day down the track. There's 6 million swimmers in Australia. That takes me to the data that you're asking me to, where have we got our data? Annual reports from the peak bodies, and gone straight to the source for those. ABS didn't really have a picture for us, and so I've gone, piecemeal and drawn that all in. Plus we're attending a lot of conferences now from the industry and talking to people direct just to get a sense of it. But yeah, the statistics that we're using have come from annual reports that are published. I have another hat as a management consultant, and so I have a lot of weight that I put to things like annual reports that need to be validated through boards and the governance process. So we were comfortable that we've only got a small snapshot. We think there's actually other statistical information we could access that broadens our market that we haven't yet looked at. What was your middle question?
No, that's okay. You've answered that. Look, and have you considered the fact that if someone's medically proven skin condition, can they not get this then offset against their medical insurance? Like, you could literally be going to the insurance companies and saying, these people should be using this, and that'll reduce the overall cost to the health service. Yeah.
Two pathways there. One is the medical and your health insurance. The other is this is deductible off your tax. Simple. It's a PPE that you use to earn your income, as long as you're not using it for other purposes, just like any other tax deduction. So employers or B2C, and we do have a cookie cutter e-commerce store set up with the MVP unbranded. I've got a little unbranded. We threw it out there because all our test subjects said, I need it now, I can't wait. So we haven't even launched. We've got MVP out on Cookie Cutter. We're telling people claim it on your tax.
Cool, thank you.
Thanks.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Liz.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I think we're just finishing right on time, and I would like to thank to our judges and sponsors. So now we'll have some time for networking and breakout rooms. But before we actually jump into breakout rooms and the judges will deliberate on the prize winners, I think I will ask David. David, do you have any announcements you want to share with our audience tonight?
For sure. Thank you so much for pointing it out. Yes, we have another announcement coming up, because you might have figured it out by now. COVID is over, nearly over here. No lockdowns anymore in Victoria. So we are allowed to go to live venues and live events again. And we have a live pitch night coming up just in 8 days. Next week, Friday, at Melbourne Connect. Great venue, funded by the University of Melbourne. It's a little bit of different format. It's one level up. We want to have pitchers there that have a MVP ready to go, asking for a significant amount of money to get them into that next program or find them the investor. So if you have pitched here before, or you have friends that have been here before, please register to pitch or apply to pitch, and we will sort you out and see if we can see you next week at Melbourne Connect. And I think we already have Robyn and MEMO confirmed for that. So I'm looking very much forward to it. I will share the link in the chat before we head to the breakout rooms for the registration and for the attendance of the event. Food and drink sponsored by Melbourne Connect, so don't miss out. That's it for me.
Thank you, David. And I think it's just a quick reminder that even if you're not planning to pitch and you don't want to, not ready, but you want to attend, please, we will be, they will be lovely to see you there. So just an attendee, just to see how other pitching in front of not virtual audience. So we would love to see you there. And I think our lovely admins just set up a breakout rooms for us. And are we ready to go into breakout rooms? I think so. Yes. Okay, we will see you in a few moments and we will talk who's gonna win tonight. Okay, welcome back. Well, I hope you had an opportunity for quick networking, and now I'm super excited. So I will hand over to our judges to announce winners. And I think I will start with James. Let's start with you. Who is your winner?
Well, they're all winners. Hey, I mean, honestly, guys, everyone who's on the call today who pitched, I mean, hats off in the old-fashioned way to anyone who's willing to take the risk themselves, risk getting to know deep down who they are, and taking all the ups and downs of a startup world and a startup life. I think you're all winners. I just look at it as a point of where you are in your journey as to whether I can help you or not. And I think right now I could definitely give Jackson some help. So it's not, you know, this is not saying there's a best and there's a worst. This is just saying I know where you are right now, Jackson, and I reckon I can help you. So yeah, you're getting the prize from me tonight.
Can I speak? Is that cool? Thank you so much, James. I really, really appreciate it. Would love to speak.
Well done. Well done. Congratulations, Jackson. And thank you so much, James, for your prize. And well, you know, we at the end of the day, we all benefit from this amazing pitch night. Okay, so and Mona, you're the next. Who is your winner?
Thank you, Olga. Yes, again, everyone, well done. It was great. Everyone did really well. Revisit, you can sign me up tomorrow, whenever you can. Everyone did really well, but I think with my website, I don't think everyone is in that sort of same stage where just a standard website can really assist you. So what I would like, what I decided that I would like to work with Jackson. Jackson, I know that, you're just starting up, and I had a very quick look at the website, and I said, we can make some tweaks. I can give you some ideas, and we can maybe just boost it up a bit. And we're also working, we are developing an MVP for a clinical psychologist that I would love to connect you with. I think there's some synergies there. So yeah, I would love to give you my present.
Thank you so much, Mona. That's brilliant. I've got a new website scoped out in Notion about to send off. So I'd love to get your input and work together with you on that. Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
Well, congratulations again.
Thanks,
That's super well done. Okay, and our last but definitely not least, Judge David.
Thank you, Olga. Thank you, everyone. Great pitches. My prize won't go to Jackson. Great pitches, all of them. We're trying to match the prizes where we can make the biggest difference and where we think that we can contribute. It is not saying that one startup is better than the other in this forum here. And I feel that running Silicon Beach and having about 80 open tabs at the moment, that I'm going to work with Revisit. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, David. Yeah, I couldn't be more happy actually that you've chosen us. I think you'll be a perfect person to help us along with our journey.
Awesome. I'm excited. And since my mic is open already, Olga, shall I just keep talking?
Absolutely.
So to everyone else on the call, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you got excited about our startups as well and did reach out to them via LinkedIn or their websites, made some new friends. And if you have something to contribute, you think that you can help them on their journey, please do so. If you got inspired by one of those startups, please reach out as well and learn about their story. And maybe we can see you in 3, 4, 6 months pitching here as well and helping you to change the world, make it a little bit of a better place. Thank you so much, and see you all next week, Friday, Melbourne, 9th of September. Looking forward to it.
And
Awesome.
if you're ready to pitch next time, next virtual pitch night will be on Thursday, 6th of October. So same 5:30. So get ready. Timer, 90 seconds pitch, and we would love to hear from you. Okay, well, thank you so much. Wrapping up the event was amazing. And
last thing, I will connect the prize winners with the prize givers, and you will receive an email within the next 24 hours. I'll try tonight, but at latest tomorrow night, you will have it.
All right.
Well done.
Olga deserves a round of applause too for organizing and being the host.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, amazing night, and we will see you next time. You have a great evening.
Thank you, Olga, for great emceeing as well. Your first time here. I hope to see you back soon.
Absolutely. We'll be happy to do again. Thank you.
Have a great day.
And many thanks to Brian and Janine in the background. Without them, nothing would be possible. Bye-bye, everyone.